Hello everybody, my name is Ellisa Cooper, and while this is cooking in quarantine, I'm not cooking. I'm here to talk a little bit about how cooking in quarantine is going to take a little bit of a left-hand turn. So I woke up this morning and realized that in 5 short weeks I've been here in quarantine for a full year. And while I've had a great time and will continue to cook in quarantine and share all of that with you, I realized that I've been missing out on an amazing amount, an amazing opportunity to share something that's really meaningful. Out there on the television, on the internet, there are thousands of people who cook better than I, who have bigger kitchens than I. But as I've said all along, it's not really about the food, it's about the philosophy. It's about cooking in quarantine is always about remembering to rejoice that it's a snowstorm and to get out and get some exercise and to stay healthy and to be respectful. But someone I love and respect very much has been putting a lot of pressure on me in a good way to share what really is a piece of expertise that I actually can share with people. And that is wine. And you may say, why wine? Well, wine is one of those things that many of us grew up with no wine culture, especially if you are a United Statesian. If you grew up in the middle, in the 60s and the 70s, there probably wasn't a lot of wine at your table unless you were a very specific ethnicity living in around large cities and such. But certainly there wasn't in my house. Certainly not until I got away and learned a little bit about wine and started bringing it back to the house. But the big thing is that wine is unlike most of the things that we find on our table. If you said, hey, Ellisa, run and get me some corn, I would have 3 questions. Do you want on the cob, in the can, or frozen? Because we've become a monoculture, and a monoculture world whereby we don't have a lot of variety. A potato is a potato. We don't think about much other than, are they a baker or a creamer, and are they this big or this big? So wine, like cheese, is one of those things that has kept its uniqueness, kept its sense of place and history. And so it does require a little bit more to understand. But when you pick up a bottle and you think, oh, this is so confusing, I don't understand what's here. If you know a little bit, you realize that what that bottle is telling you is not vague in any way. It is specific beyond your wildest imaginations. So over the next many weeks, we'll still be cooking in quarantine, but long about cocktail hour, I think we should drop a little wine knowledge. So in the next few weeks, I'm certainly going to drop a lot of wine knowledge about sparkling wines, because leading up to Valentine's Day, we need to spread the love and share our bubbling adventures with a lot of different farmers. So I'm going to be doing that, but we're going to take each little step along the way of how you understand wine. And so we're going to understand about wine in a really awesome and deep way, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you'll be able to walk into the wine store with confidence. So I'll see you here pretty much every afternoon, and we'll have a lovely little wine lesson, maybe 2 some days. See you soon. And don't forget, hit subscribe and tell all of your friends and all of your family to do so too. And if you leave your computer on at night, you could just hit play all. The cat will love me, I promise. Thank you guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.